I definitely can see where there is going to be a heavy push for some type of a environmental, movement of sorts from, the crown, which would obviously be great. I mean, that's what they're supposed to be doing, is serving humanity. But of course, we all know that's not what monarchies do. But maybe,
she's not the queen.
Well, King Charles?
King Charles is the king. She is officially going to be known as, I think, the Queen Consort. She should be lucky because she was never really given to Her Royal Highness properly, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, we all know.
Don't get me started on Camilla.
Well, we all know who should be the queen, but she's not here.
No.
That's
that was never going to happen.
Natalie, thank you very much. Very, very appreciated. Again, everyone has had a very strong opinion, if you will, about the death of Queen Elizabeth II. She reigned for 70 years, which is incredible. Obviously, the British Empire significantly reduced itself over the course of her tenure. I don't know if that necessarily was her decision.
It's a variety of things. It's very nuanced, and people want to make it black or white. I am completely averse to the concept of monarchy, of blue bloods, of elitists, of certain people being better than others. The entire concept is disgusting to me. I think it's a blight and it prevents progress from actually happening. However, that being said, it is the system that she was born into. It was a position she was handed at age 25. I might add, was never supposed to ever be in that position in the first place, but if not for the fact that her uncle abdicated the throne. And she really never asked for it or wanted it. And yes, she's had to do some pretty horrible stuff. People in power have to do some pretty horrible things. And a lot of people have a lot to say about her. But the reality is she's just a person. She was just a person, a woman. She had good things that she did and crappy things that she did. But let me tell you something. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And I have mad respect that she did what she did for 70 years. Like, that's incredible, as a woman, no less. Like, just a lot of things about her that were very badass. And I think she did some pretty crappy stuff,
And so then the question becomes, how do you end the monarchy?
They have to decide to do that. I mean, it's like you're wanting people to give up their own power. But I've always thought, if I lived in the UK, I would definitely be in the faction of people that are fighting against having a monarchy. I would definitely be in the faction on the left that does not want to pay taxes for some idea of elitist blue bloods that are just regular people. And meanwhile, people are starving. So I can assure you that if that were my form of government, I would have probably spent the better part of my life rebelling against it. But I don't know, legally what their options are in terms of getting rid of it. It has to be a decision of the state. It's the tax thing. They pay it's their tax dollars support the monarchy.
Yeah.
So ultimately, it should be up to the people there. But Queen Elizabeth was born how she was born. She was given what she was given, and it wasn't like she didn't have that many options. It's kind of, if anybody hasn't seen The Crown, I highly recommend it, because it's its own kind of prison that they live in. And it's a very, very wealthy, expensive prison, but it's a prison. And she spent her life, in her mind, serving her country. And it's just that whole entire dated lifestyle, that whole thing. It's just so, it's the opposite of progress. But she did what she had to do. I mean, that's the truth. She was where she was at the time she was, and had a lot of crap to contend with during a civilization that was the system that was in place. What should she have taken over at age 25 and be like, power to the people. We're just going to toss this crap out there. Like, how realistic is that? So I think she did somebody that did the best she could with the life that she was given.
And Lana brings up a very good point, which, of course, is that Parliament is responsible for making the laws, and UK is sovereign over the pound. Their tax dollars don't fund at the top level. It really goes without saying that if there's one thing we can definitely say about the UK, is that a parliamentary system is a much better form of government than the winner-take-all system that we have here in the US. And the fact that we are so overly controlled by corporate interests, and the fact that the two-party system basically forces you into a vote for the lesser of two evils almost every single time, especially at the highest level. That's not something that most people want anymore. And so we can learn a lot from, our British allies as far as what elements of their particular government we could take.
They're divided like we are, though. You've got
Sure.
very much probably the young generation of people that want to see more equity and more justice for all. And then you have the older generation that very much loves their monarchy and they love their queen. But the truth is, in their country, they truly do. A lot of those people see the royal family as those are their public, like, not public servants, but like they're there as their public, like not mentors. I don't even know, but they really love their royalty there. They see them as like they're devastated about this.
Sure. No, it definitely is real that they are
Yeah.
really sad about the Queen.
And
Yes,
I
for
also
sure.
don't get really, really sad when old people die. That's just me.
Well, I mean, she lived a
Across
hell
the
of a life.
board. Yeah.
So did her husband.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I'm not maudlin. I don't do maudlin. And I generally don't get sad and upset when very old people die. I just don't. Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.